Hey guys, it's Matthew here once again, and sorry for my mild YouTube absence, but hasn't been much PoE stuff going on, and it's been a long time coming, but I started playing Hades, because people have really wanted me to do that, and I've put it off for like half a year or some shit, so it's been about a bit over a week of Hades, and I'll probably put up a video about that, just my experience with it at some point, but I want to cover a bit of the PoE, little bit of news and just announcements and stuff for the actual announcement coming in 1 week time. So there isn't a whole lot of stuff to go over, but they did put out a little teaser video about the actual date of the expansion and a little bit of what might be happening here. And what we've got is basically February 4th. So very early into February, and people are kind of like comparing launch dates to Lost Ark and shit, which is a week later, but the early access for that's like mid that week. So, you know, yeah, look, honestly, it doesn't matter. I don't think if you're, sorry, you probably can't even see that because of that, yep. If you're a PoE main, if you love PoE, you will be playing this new PoE thing, and Lost Ark, you know, it might come along a week later and maybe you'll be sick of this thing and want to go there, but this is you know, these big expansions and especially endgame reworks, these are our Super Bowls, the big event of Path of Exiles that are massive, have huge content, huge revamp, best leagues of every single year, every couple of years, some shit like that, because that's when we get a lot of things to do and a lot of things to explore, and it's pretty much always a winner. And I expect big things to come out of this, and as you can see, there's going to be some sort of eldritch-like entity, you know, maybe a Maven-esque type elder, similar level of large beastie coming at us from all kinds of places, and there are little hints and teasers as to other crap, so there's a bit of a Atlasy thing happening there. At some point there's a Maven teaser here too, which, let's have a look. Right there. I thought originally, hey, that looks kind of like a neutral energy from Pokemon or something, but that looks kind of like Mavenish, and you can see some big, spooky, freaky thing. And yeah, just a big teaser for that, and it seems like it will be something for us to sink our teeth into, and plenty more lore-wise and all that. And then the actual Challenger League name got revealed today in another badass video, some really good audio, some good music, preview teaser of that, and the league looks like it'll be centered around maybe one particular entity, and a whole bunch of yellow, and it will be Archnemesis. So who knows what that means? Maybe it's going to be a bit of a revamp of the Nemesis mechanic, maybe a whole new sort of Nemesis mechanic, an Archnemesis one centered more around a single enemy that maybe gets kind of like stronger as you go, as you like, you know, fight throughout challenge zones, throughout quests, acts, maps, so you can like pick and choose how you buff them, how you like interact with them. Who knows? It's just speculation at this point, but bunch of yellow by the looks of it, and the music does seem like it's going to be insane for this thing. So otherwise, there is also the fact that Scourge, I answered the question of that a little while ago, that it won't be becoming core. Not at this stage anyway. It might have some sort of like an ultimatum treatment. So ultimatum should come back in this current patch, but it's been gone for what, 3 to 6 months? 6 months, something like that. And then this might happen again in the future as well. There might be Scourge in the future. I think it'd be a bit of a waste to completely scrap it. Even just the currency to come back was very fun, maybe in a rarer form, because the current system of tainted fusings everywhere and jewels everywhere and stuff really changed the landscape of how chests work, in particular, because like you can just basically pick and choose whatever corrupted modifier you want on most uniques and then just 6-link it up easily. And you know, there's an argument to be made for why the hell not? Why can't we do all that? It kind of devalues almost everything else is the whole point around that. And it's pretty powerful. It's a lot of power creep. In any case, some aspect of Scourge in the future would still be good. Even the actual just gameplay was pretty good, but it was a lot of extra mechanic. So not quite sure how that's going to proceed, but I imagine something is going to come of it in the future still. So next week, roughly 1 week from now, the 27th of January, will be the actual reveal for the whole expansion, and it will be live streamed, and all of our streamers will react to it, and there'll be a drop for it, which will be Wasteland wings, just a big fucking ugly wing that, you know, free, but I don't know if you'll end up really wanting to use them. Yeah, just the whole reveal. So you can watch along with us for that. Otherwise, I just put out a few little teasers, you know, Cluster Jewel div card. Pretty good to be able to farm that if it's going to be farmable, because you do want to be able to get your Cluster Jewels pretty reliably on SSF, that sort of thing. It's Level 84 as well. That said, honestly, I'm not sure I've even used Cluster Jewels since the Masteries came into play, because the Masteries have kind of filled that role nicely. If you don't really have to use Cluster Jewels, you don't, you know, necessarily want to, because they are a bit out of the way, and Masteries conveniently fill that role, and I'm still exploring them on plenty of classes even. Then there's this one, was just a synthesis map, so it's pretty cool. Synthesis content, always fun. The unique maps, and Cortex in particular, could happen here. Hopefully it drops somewhere and, you know, somewhat farmable as opposed to just stacked decks. One of the endgame uniques, I don't even really bother trying to understand it, you know. Minus all res, I was busy playing Hades at the time when it came out. Minus all res, elemental res are limited by your highest max elemental resist instead. So I imagine if you just like stack lots of fire res for an RF build or some shit, you know, get to like 85 fire res maximum, your other resists will also have that same level of maximum, but it's a lot of negative to overcome basically. So it's for the Ourobots and shit of the world. And then a pretty big one, they are adding for the map stash tab, all the Guardian maps as a separate tab. So currently, these kind of exist in a tab in 16, I think. And then the Elder ones just get thrown randomly throughout the tab, and it's really hard to even search for them, so it's a very scuffed system. But now they have their own tab, and it will be very streamlined. And as well as that, you can definitely see the hint and teaser of the fact that the current Conquerors will be found in map format, and probably give Cirrus fragments, and then you can go in and fight Cirrus whenever the hell you want. So it's pretty cool, and good to know, which means pretty big new endgame stuff coming for us in just a couple of weeks. And I believe that's all there is to say about the current thing. Still nothing else really going on. Playing a little bit more Hades, and I'll probably jump back into PoE soon. Hopefully a bit more videos for you, because I still have to finish off the Crackling Lance character. And then, yeah, I hope to make a little bit of a Hades video, just going over what it is, bit of the gameplay, and a full run of the challenge mode that I've been trying, which is the 32 heat challenge. So yeah, hope you guys aren't too upset about a YouTube drought. My YouTube only serves the purpose of putting up a few build videos to go over what I do on stream anyway. So hey, hope you guys are hanging in there, bit more PoE, less action for a couple more weeks, but then thick into it, and I think it's going to be a big one. And hell, lots of games coming in February if you're looking forward to those as well. Good for everyone. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time.